What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another UFO 50 Daily Bingo Line. Can you believe it? 2 days in a row. I'm actually going to try to do this. I'm trying to come back for real. At least for the entirety of Season 3. We'll do our best. There's a lot of stuff to learn. Actually, I did get spoiled a little bit on today's board, and I believe there is a certain goal on it that we will 100% go for. Because I really need to learn it. I really do need to learn it. So, without further ado, let's see if I did get spoiled or not. 3, 2, 1, go. And it sure is. It is the center square. Barbuda, pay the hammerman to destroy the wall. The new Barbuda very hard. With that, what do we do? Probably not top left, bottom right. I don't feel good about that. Oh, it might not be too bad, but it would be hard to cherry Barbuda and do the very hard, I think. 2 bosses in 4 games, that's always a bit slow, especially with that combination. I'd love to do the block koala stuff. I'd rather not combine that with Amy. That seems a bit dubious. Well, it could do Hotfoot, I don't know. 8 levels in 3 games on this card. I think we will do top right, bottom left. Why not? But we are going to start with Barbuda. And once again, I always forget to start my timer. Now's a minute. And we're just going to go right in for Barbuda. So this requires 2 things. You need to have a certain amount of money to pay off the hammerman, first off. And you also need the candy. The candy requires the necklace, I believe. Yeah, the necklace to activate the platforms, and you can go buy the candy for 100. So I believe this requires 600, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of money. So it's quite a lot of money, and it's not something I'm very familiar with. So we'll see if I can do it. Do I need the umbrella? I don't think so. I did briefly see somebody do a route for this. I'm going to combine it with my own knowledge. It's been a couple weeks since I saw it, so I'm going to try to remember that as best I can. And if we mess up and forget something, well, that's just kind of expected. I remember there's 100 here, I believe. Yep. I'm gonna go over here. We do want to get the necklace. Convenient back kill. That was actually a lot closer to the droplet than I thought it would be. And if I remember correctly, this should take like 6 or 7 minutes. Of course, I'm not familiar with it, so it's probably going to be 7. There is a fast cycle here that I just can't really be bothered to learn. I probably should learn it. I'd like to not lose a life if possible. I don't know how many I'll need. I said that I can go the wrong way. Ask it. Who needs a life anyways? So we have 150, so we can at the very least obtain the candy. I believe that's the next thing to do, actually, is just go rush through to the candy. Yeah, if you were to do top left, bottom right, you would probably want to try to cherry Barbuda, but it's just like, it's just so inconvenient. Get the 50 from here. Then we're going this way. Onto the platform. Yeah, there's the pin in that chest right there, which actually we are going to get, I believe. But we're going to get that on the way out. First, we're going to go over here and grab the candy. Dude, I got like a bad cough. My bad, I just finished eating. That always happens when I do that. Now, down here is a little bean. Little bean-looking fella. He's going to sell us the candy for 100. And the candy makes it so we can climb ladders twice as fast. Convenient. And we are actually going to take this opportunity to go here. And this is actually a room I've never been to. I'm not kidding. But there's a 100 right there. Which is convenient. We do need that. I don't know if it's better to go down the platform or to jump off the side. It's probably better to jump off the side, but whatever. But then here, I believe you just walk off, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and then jump back to the left. And there's the pin. And I believe you walk off here, and if I'm mistaken, then so be it. No, yeah, that works, because the mushroom's always going to jump away. Alright, I was wondering why that didn't work. So because I had the candy, I walked down faster in the ladder, and it messed with the setup that I normally have. Now we do need to get this bat. Oh, really? There we go, thank you. Hey, what are you doing here? Okay. It's always a little scary. And then I think we get this one. Okay, I think there was like one that I shouldn't have gotten that I did get. It is what it is, though. Now, there's, I believe, 100 here, but we're missing 50. Now, where is my missing money? And I think we go here. Convenient-ish, I suppose. I'm remembering now. You go here, I think. Yeah, a little detour. We're not actually going in the castle. We're going out here. Yeah, sure. No, that's money there. See, I picked up an extra 50 somewhere. It was probably the one in the room where you go down to the necklace room, the room above the necklace room. Okay, I was wondering if it was going to be faster to take the shortcut, but I don't think so. Just got to get over here. that's the Hammerman. Please destroy the wall. There we go. A little onion delivery to spice things up. 12 deliveries made on the counter. Obviously, you do this in day one, and you don't have to care about getting back home at all. You just go all in on deliveries. Pretty fast goal if you're primed to onion, I suppose. Well, it always depends a little bit on how nice the onion RNG is. Jurley's on day one is certainly dubious. And as always, because in the first 5 deliveries, you actually don't want to get any time boxes because there's a huge boost right here. How do you get to... I don't think I've ever actually done a Quarton from Tetra. That's a weird route. The time box getting out of Quarton is a little too hard for consistency, I think. Well, at least for me. Probably should have taken a different route, but whatever. Made it. A little low health, but nothing to worry about. Back to Jurley. This is actually good. I think Jurley's has a bunch of time boxes, so that's good for us. Oh, it is awfully far. The problem is I don't know where the Jurley boxes are. I know Jurley's has a bunch of time boxes nearby. I just don't know where they are. I don't think I'm going to make it on this one, but I'm going to at least try to send it. Yeah, this is probably a reset. That was fairly bad RNG, and also, like, I'm not good enough at onion delivery for that. A better player certainly could have made it, knowing where the time boxes are and routing them in. I don't actually know the location of that many time boxes offhand, so I suppose it's also good practice for me, actually. Yeah, this is more average day 1 RNG. Pretty close to the spawn, you're not really going anywhere too far, you're not going to Jurley's twice. Diana's down here. Onion Academy is a little dubious for day 1, but it's also a little convenient. There is a time box right here that I know about. Oh, Uncle Pepper. There's a time box, yeah, right there. We'll get that on the way out, maybe. Actually, if we're going to Onion Park, we're not. Savage Sin is good. There will be 1 box on the way out from Savage Sin. If I drove a little better, it might help. See if we can maybe get the time box close to Onion Park. That's right there. Yeah, I think a much needed boost there. I don't think I can get to Tetra in the 20 seconds that I had. A convenient time box. I didn't actually not know that there was one there as well. 12 deliveries made on the day's counter. Okay. A little divers action. This is, I mean, it says divers. It's not going to be the most exciting, but... small potion. So this is fairly simple. We're going to make money. There's nothing that exciting about this diver's goal. It's just... We're smacking around enemies. We're making money. I think you need 1,000 money to purchase Godblood. I don't believe it requires any of the rare drops or anything like that. Pretty sure it's just get rich. Not urchins. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I had to use like all my small potions. Urchins are like the one thing you don't want to see. And of course I get 3 urchins in a row. This is divers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is divers. What we're actually here for are these. Very reliable kill. Yeah, the problem is actually they don't give that much money. I knew they were good for EXP, but I suppose they're actually not very good for... Oh my freaking god. For having money, actually, huh? Oh, it is what it is. Alright, let's try to get out of here. I'm looking for just regular old noodle. These guys. There we go. That's what I want. Now that we have some levels, we're going to try and get some money out of the chests as well. Let me just confirm. Godblood is 800. It is not 1,000. Okay. So we're going to do a second dive. We're actually going to maybe try to avoid some enemies this time around. We're mostly looking for the chests. I believe the combined value of the money in the chests, along with whatever we get from this dive, is going to be plenty to be able to purchase gold. I really thought it was 1,000. I don't know why. $800 certainly makes my life a little easier. Okay, that's the way down, which we do want to go to, but first I want to go to this chest for 100. 100. And then I believe there's another chest with money inside over here. Don't really want any encounters on this bit. I like encounters on the way back, probably. 500! Well, I don't want any encounters, actually. Get me out of here. I guess it's actually doable in one dive if you know what you're doing, huh? Actually, I'm realizing I definitely don't have the best strat for this. The best strat is to not purchase anything. Immediately dive, go for the one chest with 500, come back and buy Godblood. What am I doing? Alright, well, hey, don't do what I just did, people. Do what I just said. That is unquestionably a better strat. Don't take fights. Just immediately swim to the second chest, get the money, and buy Godblood. Much better. Well, hey, we learned something from doing goals that we're not used to. There we go. Hotfoot. Get 3 blowouts in 1 tournament using Amy and Chandar. Well, I mind if I do. Amy and Chandar. Actually convenient because this will allow us to get Amy progress as well. We're gonna have to play some pretty regular Hotfoot, but sometimes that's a-okay. I'm just gonna play classic Hotfoot, no cheese. Aw, come on, really? There we go. That is 1 blowout. Did not mean to use that. Convenient. Yeah. I quite like the wave. The wave is probably one of my favorite special attacks. That was bad of me. It was actually a fairly nasty combo. There's not much I can do about it. No, I didn't check which special Amy had. Oh, it's the wave. These bozos keep freaking dodging my way. What do I do? Help! Help me! The world's longest Hotfoot game, now in theaters. That's right, coach. Get her ass. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I am being stun locked. Oh my lord. That's not a blowout. That's fine. That's another level. Trying to make that a blowout as hard as I could. Okay, well, we're getting some pretty lucky shots around here. What is up with all the CPUs using the wind power? That's cheating. Alright, that was a blowout. That was a very good game. That is 3 levels for Amy. That's my phone buzzing because it's 8 p.m. Thank you, phone. How did that take me down? Okay, well, there's a lot of star power going around, unfortunately. I gotta be a little careful. Out of water. And the shot from downtown. Alright, just one more level, and that's Amy, actually. See if we can get it. Hey, Edgar, you want to come over here? And we love to see it. Sorry, I was locked in for that. And that's the new generals. Amy, last time, if you remember, in Season 2, and maybe before that, I can't remember, would require you to play all 3 games in the general goal. Now it's a certain goal you can do across multiple games. So doing 5 levels in Hotfoot is enough to complete the Amy goal. Great synergy. Hey, thank you, Edgar. Thank you, Edgar. Anyways, maybe not our best day, but certainly we learned a lot. Learned quite a lot today. That was great. That's always a good day for training, and what we're doing nowadays is training, so it's a good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.